Welcome to episode 80 of the Current Backloggers. The date is September 4th. I'm your host, KCP, along with my good friend and co-host, Cody G and D-Dubs. How's it going, homies?
What's up, buddy?
Hello. It goes.
It goes.
How are you?
I'm good. What have you guys been up to?
Nothing.
Yeah, you're saying before we started? Yeah.
So I died for like 4 straight days. So I've done nothing. I've done absolutely nothing.
I mean, we'll get to what we've been playing, but has that been letting you play games at least, or have been the kind of sickness where you're screwed over on that?
Didn't even want to play games. I've played some games, so
Sounds
it won't
like
be a
a
complete
perfect
loss.
week for your special segment, but we'll get to that later as well.
Yeah, got a lot to talk about. So
Nothing else for you though, Derek? D-Dub, sorry.
that I've been up to? No.
No.
I feel like there's something huge, but no.
Is it what's underneath the camera?
SpongeBob?
Yeah, you got it.
That's it.
Cody, what about you?
Not shit, man. Just work and rinse and repeat. I haven't played any games this week. I think I watched an episode of Walking Dead, and that's about it.
Okay. Now I'm just gonna look like an asshole because I was in Myrtle Beach, as I told you guys last episode.
Could be Casey's diary right here.
It wasn't a ton, it's just the vacation alone is obviously Derek's been sick and you're like, how have you been working? I'm like, I've been on vacation. It was lovely. But not actually a ton besides that. It was a good vacation. We didn't go as long as normal. And one of the best pizza places I've ever been to is in Myrtle Beach, which people are shocked by that. But it's called NY Doughboys. What's up?
I was asking what it's called. You answered it.
Look at us. There is our favorite donut place. It's called the Donut Man. Did I take you there, Cody?
No, I've never met the man. Wait, yeah, I think so. Is it the one's kind of out in the middle of nowhere?
Yeah, I didn't know. I knew I went 2 times recently with other people, and I couldn't remember if it was closed for you or the other people. I thought we went. And sadly, they changed. It's still the Donut Man, but they changed ownership, and it's totally different, and it's not very good anymore.
Damn.
It's like average donut at best when it used to be the best donut.
It's a really old building, too, isn't it?
Yeah.
What makes a donut so special to you?
As long as the guy that gives me a donut doesn't look like that, it's usually pretty good.
As he coughs on your donut, too. Just throws up on it.
I'm gonna try I got a foot pedal to mute, so I'm gonna do my best.
Oh, no, I love it.
So, a foot pedal, look at you. I'm like, I think my setup won't break this time. You got foot pedals?
Yeah.
See, my favorite was we were waiting for Derek to get in here. We started playing some BS Discord game, and you had to stop because it sounded like your computer was going to blow up. You said,
yeah, I could hear something through my headset, and I was like, what is that? And I was like, oh, no, that thing might blow up right at my feet.
It might be time to consider some upgrades on the PC. So just keep that in mind.
Okay. What makes a good donut for me?
Yeah, what makes a donut what makes it above? What is an average donut, and what makes a donut above average?
An average donut, I'd say, is like Krispy Kreme, or no, not Krispy Kreme, Dunkin' Donuts. That's average.
Why?
Why?
Yeah, why is it average? Is it taste? Is it texture? Is it what makes it average?
On a base donut level, I feel like it should be like doughy and airy and not hard, but not too much dough. You don't want to just like you're shoving a ball of bread in your mouth, you know? Mm-hmm. And that's kind of what these became.
I think I'm watching those police interrogations on YouTube.
Why is it good? Give me some fucking hands. What is good about it, Casey?
It's not good enough. What is good? Okay.
And on a personal note, this doesn't affect most people, but I love donuts with strawberry icing, and few places do it, and the places that do cover it with sprinkles, and I hate sprinkles. And this was one of the few places that did it for me, and they didn't have it anymore. But it's not just that. The whole recipe changed and everything. Danielle was there. She agreed, and it's totally different company. The texture of it, it's all different. Not just they don't have my donut.
Okay.
That's
I don't
a
like
ass
that. I
too,
don't like Dunkin' Donuts.
because that's like that place is like old as hell. They had like old historical newspaper cutouts, and it's one of those places that you go to when you're a kid, and then you take your family to later in life.
Damn.
That's
Damn.
the even more sad part. From the outside, inside it all looks the same, but then they had totally different donuts, and then the box was different, and then we noticed that right away that it tasted different.
Also, how narcissistic are you that you buy this super successful donut place that's been around for decades? You're like, yeah, first we're gonna change everything in here.
I'm changing
Donuts.
this entire place around.
I know more about donuts than the entire populace of this surrounding area. I'm changing it all. Just go make your own donut. Don't buy something like that if you're gonna change every fucking thing.
Yeah, be the
Yeah.
donut boy instead of donut man and compete with them.
Yeah.
Jesus, that is
The
so
donut
dumb.
men.
Because I feel like it was a family-run business, wasn't it? Wasn't the son or something in there when we went in?
Seemed like it was. I don't know that for sure, but it did seem like that.
That is so narcissistic just to buy something up and like, yeah, I can make this better.
Cody, you'll love to see him more. I guess there's a donut man in California, not related, but now it is. So they bought this donut man and transferred their recipe there,
Nice.
and now it's called the
Yeah,
original.
we know.
That was
my God.
that box is the original donut man.
Oh yeah.
Do you like Krispy Kremes?
Yeah, they're good.
Okay.
They I saw that. I think me and Cody talked about they're almost like candy and not even donuts, which that's not an
They
insult.
are
It's just
so fucking
yeah.
sugary. Yeah.
so it's hard to even classify them as donut. I should have kept the box by me. I had Krispy Kreme right here because
I had some Krispy Kremes today as well.
wow, that's really odd. Did you get the strawberry glaze, the special donut they're doing right now?
Absolutely not, because that sounds fucking terrible.
It's pretty good. It's not exactly what I wanted. It's glaze and not icing, but it's pretty good. I wish I had it show you the picture difference. The pictures online are like neon pink and look beautiful. These things are like glazed with a hint of pink. And I was like, oh man. But surprisingly, they taste pretty good. So I bet if they were done how they were supposed to be, they'd be amazing.
I'm just a standard glaze guy from there, and I had some free ones because it's birthday month.
Oh,
So-
happy birthday, by the way.
It's not my birthday, but thank you.
You're welcome. Cody, same to you. Happy birthday. It's his
Thank
birthday
you.
month.
What's your birthday, Derek?
The 18th.
Hey, I'm the 10th.
Ooh, yours are real soon.
Yeah, I'm still getting pissed off, especially you didn't have to tell me it was a California company.
Segue.
That just icing on the donut there, buddy.
Oh! Who can do the drum sound effect? I don't know if he'll let me do it over in here.
I don't know. What is it? Open soundboard. Got you.
I've made so many pop-ups for me trying to find that. This video is going to be great. But besides that, been trying to take advantage of the pool still being open and the crazy hot weather we've had here.
It's so hot.
Yeah. So, don't think much else besides stuff we'll get into later, like games and whatnot, which for me hasn't been much either. So, it's going to be a pretty funny podcast about games.
Perfect.
Do you guys have any corrections, questions, or feedback from last week? We can actually say last week. We're for real now.
What was it, 2 weeks ago?
Was it 2 weeks?
Yeah, it was 2 weeks ago.
Oh, yeah, it's vacation.
Was it really? Oh.
Yeah.
It really felt like it was last
I guess.
week. I got nothing. Nothing that hasn't been talked about pre this.
Perfect. You can send any corrections, questions, or feedback to currentbackloggers@gmail.com. We're becoming like Con Man and T-Bone over here with this. You guys got any news?
No, sir.
Nope. Hasn't been a lot going on.
Yeah, besides Cody's favorite artist passing away, Jimmy Buffett, sad day.
And the singer for Smash Mouth.
Yep, that's what I'm about to say today. 2 music legends, I think is what people would say about them. We're all in agreement?
Yeah, definitely. Especially when he Smash Mouth came to the Columbus Zoo and He was so drunk he couldn't even finish the concert.
They said that's probably what did him in was the alcohol.
I couldn't tell at all. There's a really good Columbus YouTuber. I think he just announced he's done, but he went to go interview them at that concert. If you want an insight on how terribly run Smash Mouth was, go watch that video.
Actually, that reminds me of something me and Cody did together, and it reminded me of another thing I did this week. We went to the Zucchini Fest, which the reason that reminds me of it is a couple years ago I was supposed to see Smash Mouth there, and it got rained out. So the storm killed me from being able to see somebody that's dead now. But me and Cody went yesterday to see, or no, Saturday, because we watched the Buckeyes game, and then we went to Zucchini Fest to see Vanilla Ice, and who else was there? All for One tag team. So is the lineup.
Yep, and Tone Lock.
Yeah.
Canceled.
Yep. I think. Would you say is like the concert of the decade?
Yeah, especially when it was like a endless member berries, where every 2 seconds someone was going, "Hey, remember the '90s? Remember that?" And then everyone was clapping. And they're like, before Twitter, everyone would clap. They just did that for about 4 hours while these one-hit wonders played one song they were known for. Then was it All for One? Then we're like, we've been doing this since 2015. These 90s tours.
Yeah, 90s tours since 2015.
Yeah, then we did the math, and it's like, damn, your 90s tour is almost as long as the actual 90s.
That's ridiculous.
What was the song they came out to, Casey? Real dramatic. Basically, it was something like you would see Golden State come out to, or something like a, I don't know, like a world championship team.
Yeah,
like somebody that just won the Super Bowl or something.
Yeah, it's that song any sports fan, as soon as they know it, would hear it, but I don't even know if I know the name of it. I feel like everybody just knows this song.
Is it Meek Mill?
No, it's real dramatic. There's no lyrics.
Yeah,
but then they would have to explain themselves about why they were so popular and big. They're like, yeah, that was a little song that was on, you guys ever heard of Space Jam? Space Jam? And everyone go, oh my God, Space Jam! And they go, yep, that song was on the soundtrack. It was a #1 hit. They had to explain everything to us.
It worked, though. It was, like we said, probably the best show we've seen in a decade.
For sure. It was way more people there than I thought there would be.
Yeah, it was. I knew he would bring out some people, but it was fucking nuts. Well, we were in traffic for, like, getting out of there, like an hour and a half.
I wish that was what it was, but it was me and Ryan did the math, and it was 2 hours.
Oh, even longer.
And then
well
Casey pulled like an action movie stunt. He was driving through people's backyards, and we got the fuck out of there.
Nice.
It was basically an access road, but this access road is not used at all. So much so that Casey like took a sharp turn. We're like, what the fuck was that? And it was just someone's lawnmower.
That's awesome.
It was wild, dude. Obets was not prepared for. I mean, Vanilla Ice, I think, did pretty fucking good. It was All for One where they did the "I Swear" song. You know, I swear. That's like all they're known for. I mean, there's probably some other things in there, but
there was one other song they played that was. I was shocked that it was really big. I couldn't remember it until they did it. Because I thought it was just that one, too. They did two though. Unless it was a cover and I fell into the joke.
I think it was the "I Turn to You," the one that was on Space Jam, right?
Yeah, that might have been it.
That was a #1 hit. You guys remember Space Jam? Shoot, you guys remember at one point they said, "Do you guys remember MySpace?" I wasn't even in the '90s. I think you missed that. He was like, "Shoot, you guys remember They were just throwing shit out.
I agree with you about Vanilla Ice, and I'm not gonna act like I'm a fan of any of these artists, but I like All for One songs, those two that I knew, more than anything Vanilla Ice ever did. And I will say Vanilla Ice was shockingly good, I think, for what I expected. I know you liked one of his references to rap industry, though, if you want to talk about it for a second.
Oh, yeah. So he's like, hey, guys, I'm going to do a freestyle. I'm I'm gonna freestyle, and he said, in the freestyle, I paved the way for Eminem. That was so That was pretty douchey, I think. 'Cause what the?
Douchey
What do
and
you
not
guys? First of all,
even
what do you guys
true.
have? What did you guys have in common besides being white?
Well,
You got then All for One then did a call out to oh shit, what was his name, Casey?
God damn it.
Probably killed Tupac or had him killed.
Yeah, I was the one that commented when they said it. Now I can't remember.
Jesus. Basically he hung
Suge
the
Knight.
guy that hung Vanilla Ice. Yeah, Suge Knight.
Doug? Yeah.
Yeah. There's that famous like story Vanilla Ice talks about how he lost the rights to his music because Suge Knight hung him outside of a hotel or something. So then All for One made like a Suge Knight joke. But then I think Vanilla Ice made an R. Kelly joke. Or no, then All for One made the joke about R. Kelly. Remember that?
Yep.
They were fucking roasting everybody up there, man. Also while being like telling us how great they were, and yeah, and then we wrote this song and Janet Jackson went on to perform it. #1 hit. Like he would just stop the concert and everyone was just sitting there. We were all standing while this guy was like pacing on the stage. Yeah, and that's when I invented cars, okay? You guys remember cars?
Now we're into like Al Gore territory.
You're welcome.
But that reminded me that something else I missed. I went to Pittsburgh to see Sum 41, Simple Plan, and The Offspring.
So basically, you've been in a fucking time machine.
Yeah, pretty much. Going through the decades, that's like the early odds. Now I gotta get like the 2010s and don't be current. Who should I see from the 2010s? Like a lineup of bands?
Hurricane Katrina.
Wasn't that 09?
That was 07, I think. Or 05.
Oh, even earlier? Come on. That's not a good band then.
I don't know.
All right. We'll get back to that later, I guess. Do you guys have any media pickups?
I got a little bit. I went to Ollie's today. There's a guy on YouTube I watch that goes there, and it's a good way for him to. He goes there and they look at the toys that are available there because Ollie's is what Big Lots used to be, where they buy shit from other stores that can sell. So he goes there to rag on Disney because Ollie's is like just full of Disney products that don't sell. So while I was there, they had Preacher, the famous comic book.
Mm-hmm.
They had 3 of the collection. There's only 6 of them, I think, total. Just got water all over one of them.
Our friend Dave, that's one of his favorite comic books, and he's telling me to watch the show.
Really?
Yeah.
My close friend Will, I just bought a bunch of comics off him, actually. And he was telling me that I should read this. Read The Preacher. So that was there. And that's a Vertigo, which is like DC's more adult comics kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they DC through the Vertigo also did like 3 comics with graphic novels with Anthony Bourdain.
Weird.
Fucking love Anthony Bourdain, and one of those was there, so I grabbed that as well. And then on eBay for $5, I picked up Dragon Dogma's Dark Horizon. I have the first one and the third one, or whatever it is, the reimagining or whatever they're doing with it's coming out soon. So I was like, let me go back and play these. Playing a lot of Capcom games recently. So I picked that up. That's like, what is that? $25 worth of stuff. So pretty light week for me.
Yeah, pretty tame.
Well, hey, I'm just glad you had something because I don't got anything. It sounds like Derek doesn't either.
Yeah,
So.
I didn't buy a thing this week.
All right, we can move on to what we've been playing then. Derek, what have you been playing?
There's a season 5 Reloaded of COD came out this week, so been getting the new guns and playing that a little bit. I completed another chapter of Alan Wake, so I'm moving through that a little bit. Play a little Diablo. I think that's I think that's it. I think that's all I've really played this week. Oh, I started Stardew Valley to see if I liked it because it's on Game Pass, and I didn't know that.
Oh, I didn't either. How'd
So,
you feel?
It's not me, so I'm glad it was on Game Pass.
Yeah, like I
Oh,
said, I
glad
didn't think
someone
it'd be,
else-
but sometimes those things
Yeah.
catch you.
It never
Yeah.
caught me. My guy's been running out of energy, and I can't figure out how to make food every single time I try to do anything. So,
That makes me really happy. I thought I was alone on this one.
no,
Oh,
it's
I've
frustrating.
never-
I have gone back to it a few times to try to figure it out, but don't think it's for me.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm with you on that. I've never even played it. I can't say it's bad. I think it probably is quality. I just feel like I would not enjoy it at all.
I actually had a lot more. There's a guy on YouTube that did like a whole series. I watched a lot of his videos. That was way more enjoyable than actually playing the game.
Yeah. You said you were playing Alan Wake, got through another chapter, so you're continuing on Xbox then? I know you're talking about switching over to your
No, I've made it farther on my Ally than I have on anything
really?
else, so I'm just playing it on that.
okay. I know you started on that. I know you said you were gonna, but
Yeah, I started it a little while ago. After you let me borrow it, I played it for like 10 minutes on the Xbox, and I started it in bed one night on the Ally. And I think I'm like through a little bit through chapter 3 out of 6 right now. So
any more thoughts? Cody hasn't played it, so without spoiling, just like general thoughts.
the story's got me a little. I want to know what's going on
Yeah.
for sure. I'm at a point where it's got me hooked enough to want to know what's going on. So I played it today a little bit, so I'll probably be playing it tomorrow as well.
Nice.
I'll probably finish it this week.
Hey, I don't know if you saw, we were talking about the weather being crazy hot. I don't know if you saw after these next few days, it's going to be mid 70s to low 60s and 50s at night. That would be perfect temperature to get an Alan Wake mood. Play
yeah.
it. Maybe sit outside
Yeah.
with your clothes off.
Yeah, that's what I do. So yeah, the one day it was in the 70s last week. I was outside. The second I got home from work until 9:30 at night, and I've never been happier this year. So it was incredible.
Very nice. Cody, what you been playing?
I'm trying to think because it's been about 2 weeks. I did
Mhm.
miss a big portion of pickups though.
Oh, you can
I
get
was
to it. I've
proud of
been
myself for
backtracking.
being this small, but I forgot about a week ago I had traded one of my video games for hundreds of comics.
What game did you trade that could get that many
It
comics?
was just the Prime trilogy on the Wii.
Hmm.
It's missing. It was a collector's edition, but it's missing the sleeve. It's like a $80 game. But in return, I got like the first 35 spawns, and there's like 8 issues of the first spawn. What else was in there? Spawn, and then a bunch of. I'm a big McFarlane fan.
Hmm.
I think it has most of his Spider-Man that he did. I have the introduction of what's not Venom, but what's the other?
Carnage.
Carnage. Yeah, I have the introduction of Carnage. The Infinity Gauntlet saga. I think I have a complete run of that.
Nice.
So I think I'll keep the McFarlane stuff and sell all the other stuff. But yeah, I was actually proud of myself. I was like, oh, there's only 5 items here that I forgot over there. It's like a no joke. It might be 5. If you guys know what comic long boxes are, it's 5 of those.
Like the things you see at sales are the big white things.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna keep this train rolling until TLC or whoever that is shows up with fucking cameras.
You think the comic's something you actually read, or you just like collecting?
The McFarlane stuff, I don't even want to like touch, especially some
Yeah.
of his Spider-Man stuff. Probably just get him in like little protective sleeves.
Hmm.
I'm not a huge Marvel guy, but the Infinity. If you guys Google the Infinity covers, they're some of the coolest art I've ever seen.
I feel like
With
I've
Thanos
seen
and
these.
shit.
I don't know if you showed me or what. But I feel
Thanos
like
might be one of my favorite villains too.
Who is?
Thanos.
Oh, Thanos. Yeah.
Yeah, and he's like on the cover. Yeah, those I probably won't read. There's some sort of famous artist that signed some of them too. I don't know who it is. He tried to explain it to me. I'll probably sell those off.
Nice.
But with games getting kind of expensive, I've kind of hopped into. I do have a bag of action figures, mostly McFarlane stuff. Oh, I did forget. Jesus Christ, this shit just never ends. My car is currently full of toys too. So there's a lot more pickups than I ever thought. It's filled to the brim. A lot of Star Wars early 2000s stuff. And then I'd also picked up a bag of like McFarlane stuff, some other Star Wars toys. So the train just keeps fucking rolling. We're always buying at this household. But have I played any of them? Have I read anything? Have I watched anything? I think I've watched one episode of Walking Dead. I'm trying to finish that series out. And I think that's about all I've done.
Where are you at in The Walking Dead?
Well, I might be able to tell you.
Look at OG Walking Dead.
Yeah.
9 to 6 spinoffs.
Not the 47,000 spinoff.
Right. No, it's the first one. I am currently at sorry, what the fuck? This thing is not season 10. No, I'm not past season 10, right? Season 11, I think. Jesus Christ, I can't keep this shit straight.
Well, they don't make it
season
easy.
season 10, episode 21.
How many seasons was there? I finished it and I don't remember.
Walking Dead.
There's 11 seasons.
11.
And there's only 10 episodes in the 11th season.
Okay.
But season 10 where I'm at, or no, there's more than that. I just got to press down this little thing. There's 22 episodes of season 10, and season 11 has 24. So I'm like 25 episodes away from being done with the original series. Wow, that's weird. There's a little thing here for hoarders on Netflix as well.
It's a weird recommendation.
Right next to The Walking Dead as I'm talking about all the shit I'm buying.
Is listening.
Probably.
What do you think in The Walking Dead?
It's not too bad. I mean, it's goofy. I don't think if the first season was like season 10 or where I'm currently at in the show or season 8 or whatever, I probably wouldn't have gotten this far. But now that I'm this far in, I'm like, I just gotta fucking finish it.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It is kind of weird to think about. I started watching that show in 10th grade. Yeah, I think it was in 10th grade. It had come out Halloween night, I think, of 2010.
Mm-hmm.
And I turned 30.
I remember that night.
I turned 30 in like a few days. So I feel like I have to finish it. I've been in it this long.
No, that's my exact feeling. I know I told you, but I think the pilot episode is still the best episode of the series, which is not a good sign. And I think that's exactly how I was. I considered dropping out multiple times, but they got me. Not because it's great or because I have to stick around, but I'm like, man, I'm so far now that I almost gave up on multiple times. And without spoiling it, it wasn't bad, but I was like, I mean, it finished, but now I think I just got to watch all these other shows because now it didn't really wrap up. I'm like, now they're just trying to trap us forever.
I watched are you new to The Walking Dead? Here's the chronological way to do everything. And they listed 5,500 fucking webisodes and spin-offs. And then you watch episode 1, and then you jump back to this one, then you gotta do here, then you do season 3.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, this is the stupidest fucking shit. I dropped out of that show big time.
Yeah, I
can
didn't
do
love zombies. I don't think I would have stuck around even close to that, but I love zombies, and then something that stuck me around longer than I should, and I think, like I said, just the commitment of being that far in, I was like, damn it.
I made it like 4 or 5 seasons, and I was like, this has to have taken one of the worst turns in TV history.
I mean, and I had a friend that was deep in the comics, and he would, because I had no plans of reading the comics, but he would compare what was going on in the show to the comics. And I was like, man, the comics writing, I should have just followed that.
Yeah. Yeah, I think, I will say, Derek, I agree that there's points where I was like, this is fucking awful, and I want to drop out, but I think another thing kept me around. I feel like Cody agrees. It kind of tricks you. It has like super high points again. You're like, all right, it's back on track, and then it just drops off at a certain point and then comes back. It's like a roller coaster, not in like a good way.
Yeah, it's always ends up with the main character running into a weird person or a thing, and then you're like, "What
Yeah.
the fuck is that?" And then slowly it turns into like, "Oh, it's just another group. Oh, that other group's the bad guys now.
Yeah.
Oh, they're fighting the bad guys. Bad guys kill an important character. They beat the bad guys, and then they're back at it, and they're surviving. And then they're like, "Oh, what is that?" And you're like, "Oh shit, what is that?" And then you're pulled back in for another season, and then just this endless cycle.
Yeah, I'm glad I didn't get pulled in. I have no regrets not finishing that show.
Well, you probably have regrets about not being able to watch all the next shows, though.
That's tough. Not having to watch 1700 spinoffs sucks.
I'll backtrack here for a second before I talk about what I've been playing, because we missed, I think, a big story, but something I want to talk about either way. The PlayStation Portal, Sony's new handheld, whatever you want to call it, Steam Deck equivalent, whatever you want to call it, for $200. I don't know if you guys saw.
I think it's a poo-poo butt from what I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that it's only remote play, I know I've heard.
Huge
Cody, I don't know if you've heard it. Colin's really defended that. I get it for certain people, but I can't believe that it's not a cloud device as well.
Yeah.
And I know, Cody, you in particular, I know you really hate Apple with their proprietary things. Did you hear Sony? The only way you can use earbuds or headphones is if you buy their new $300 earbuds to go in it. And then
Didn't they learn from the Vita?
you would think, and that's like that's more than the fucking whatever you want to call it, console handheld. And then on top of that, you need a PS5, so you're spending $1,000 to use this device.
At 60 frames, it says capable of 60. So it's not even like this crazy, awesome screen or anything.
Meanwhile, the PlayStation VR is on a hospital bed.
And
they're
Sony's
just
right
busy over
there
there
standing over it laughing at it because they're not supporting it or doing anything about it.
Choking it out, and they're like, "Yeah, you want this fucking handheld? It does nothing," and they're just mashing it in the head.
I just don't get. I don't get who buys this. If you want something like this, why wouldn't you get one of the other handhelds that you can just get PlayStation Remote on and play your PlayStation through that?
Yeah,
and then also have the freedom to do everything else.
No, I agree with you. I think it's very, very, very selective. It's like a niche on top of a niche. I think that's why me and Cody always talk about Colin. I think it's like perfect for somebody like him, and that's about it.
Yeah,
I think.
And the Asus handheld, what is it, Ally? The Steam Deck. Even like emulation, the fact that you could is Game Pass still available on that too?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so and then of course you just saw Xbox thankfully let Logitech handle their thing. So they weren't on the fucking hook for that failure.
Yeah.
Because I don't think that thing's doing well at all either. I don't know why the fuck you wouldn't buy anything that isn't the Steam Deck or the Ally.
Yeah. Yeah, it makes no sense. Cloud gaming is like because the Logitech one's only cloud gaming. So you have your phone for that, or your TV that has the app. I don't know why you'd want to buy a handheld just for cloud gaming, but especially when it's a similar price.
Well, that's the craziest thing, though. You can't even enter the cloud through it. You're just literally remote play, so it's coming from your console.
Well, I'm saying for the Logitech one that Xbox did. Yeah, no, the PlayStation one makes even less sense.
Yeah. I think if it was cloud and not these ridiculous things about earbuds and all these things, that'd be more of a sale. And I can't believe when I heard that, I was like, they had to be wrong. And I was like, no way.
Awful.
And I feel like the device, there's no way I'm going to buy it, but I feel like in a year you could probably get it for $100, if not less. And I'll do it then. But yeah, that is fucking nuts. Because I know the reason the guy we talked about said he would get it, I felt this way too when I use what do we have, Cody? It's not the Backbone, the Razer, the Kishi or whatever.
Something like that, yeah. Let's see.
It is that with your chair. Yeah, look at his chair. He knows.
Yeah, I know all about it.
Yeah, those are cool.
The only Razer thing I have.
And his point was when he's on that, he feels like he's on his phone and tied to it. And I don't know if you guys have ever backed out on those things, like to look at a message or something. It's fucking annoying because it relaunches it every time. And so annoying. But so I get that would be a nice benefit, but that seems like an upgrade, not like a
So
buy a
weird
next
$200
device.
benefit. Yeah.
So even looking at it from my own, because I get that, I'm like, man, this fucking sucks, and kind of takes me out of playing. I'm still, so I'd be like, maybe the target audience. I'm still like, I don't know about that.
If I'm not mistaken, the Logitech one and the PlayStation one, you can't do any sort of like emulation on, right?
There's no local anything.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a
PlayStation
pretty
just
closed
literally,
device.
yeah.
The
There's
PlayStation
no
one
use.
is even more closed. It's nuts.
Yeah. I don't know why the fuck you'd buy that.
How many of them? Lenovo is coming out with a Ally and Steam Deck competitor as well.
Saw that.
Really?
It's the exact same chipset as the Ally though, but I think they have a bigger screen. But some people already say the Steam Deck and shit's already too big. But because this screen, it has you can take off the things like the Switch, the controllers, and then you have a pretty decent sized screen, and they could reattach them and have. But it's the same chipset as the Ally, and I think it's more expensive.
So,
Sold.
what is the difference between a Steam Deck and an Ally? Because that's kind of where I'm like, which one? What should I get?
Oh, definitely get the Ally, and I'm not saying that just because I had one, but Steam Deck from an OS system alone, getting anything other than Steam games on a Steam Deck, there's workarounds. It's a pain in the dick. An Ally is your laptop.
I was gonna say, yeah, it even looks like my laptop.
It is a Windows-based. It is a Windows computer. So if you want the Epic Games Launcher, you just download the Epic Games Launcher, and then you download your games. If you want Steam, you just download Steam, you download your games. If you want Game Pass, you have Game Pass, you download your games.
Is this a Best Buy exclusive? Because that's like the only place I can see it fucking in stock at anymore.
I think Best Buy is the only retailer, physical retailer you can get it from, yeah.
Because I mean, you can get it on Amazon.
You get it
There's
online,
third-party sellers that are
and you can get it on ROG's website. But
really.
yeah, I think the only physical place is Best Buy. And they got stock. They got plenty.
And guess what, Sony? Asus also has a ROG head fucking earbuds that are $100 and they work on everything.
And you could just also use your AirPods, any 3.5 millimeter headset, any wireless headset. Because again, you can hook up a Bluetooth. It has Bluetooth. It has everything that your computer would have, and the Steam Deck doesn't. It just has SteamOS, and then any workaround is awful. And the emulation on the Ally is apparently way better.
Really?
Yeah, because it's the newest Ryzen chipset, so it's just more current. So it's going to be more powerful. Oh, and it has a 120 hertz screen and 720 or 1080p. The Steam Deck 720p 60.
Wow.
Or 900p or something, but it's
How
not
much is
1080.
The Ally's price is what? $600?
$699.
$699, and the Steam Deck's pretty close to that.
Steam Deck, if you want one that has similar specky weckies, it is $649.
$649. So you must just rather pay that extra $50.
Or you can
Yeah,
spend
it makes no
a
sense.
minimum of $200 and get a PlayStation Portal and cheaper than either of these.
It's $50 more bucks. You get it the day you buy it. This takes 2 weeks to deliver it. The Steam Deck takes 2 weeks. You get a bigger screen, a better screen. It's almost like I've seen them both next to each other. The screen is more colorful. It's better, bigger, 120 hertz, better chipset, better integration of everything else. Like
Comes
any other.
Free Game Pass too. Looks like a trial.
Comes free Game Pass,
1 month.
yeah. So, I think the Ally is a no-brainer. But I also spent a lot of time wanting the Steam Deck when this came out. It made a lot more sense to get this than the Steam Deck. So,
Derek, I think when this red light gets on your face very strong, it looks like your head's going to explode while we're doing this. It's very concerning. I think the only other question, oh, Jesus Christ, that I don't think you can hear me right now.
Your camera's been frozen for me for a minute. I don't know if that's just me or what.
Mine has?
Yeah.
Derek, is my camera frozen?
No.
Oh, there it goes. I did get out of the...
Oh, okay.
I
I
just
wonder if I was still that long you
Discord.
thought it was frozen. Derek, I had one question. When you're talking about that, you said It's a pain in the dick. What kind of dick pain do you have? Because you say that often, and I don't feel like I experience dick pain very often.
Well, first you have to have a
Well, when you
dick,
do,
so-
it's awful, right? When you do, it's terrible.
Yeah,
The
I
pain
guess
in the
so.
ass is like, it's not common, but it's like I know what a pain in the ass is. A pain in the dick sucks, so it's worse than a pain in the ass. That's what I'm saying. That's what I would relate it to.
So, speaking of pain in the ass, you said it's not often. I'm sure you guys, this is a very normal thing where you feel like a shock in your asshole and you get to clench your butt cheeks.
I don't know if I've ever experienced that.
What the fuck? I was waiting for Derek. I was like, maybe I'm the weird one here.
No, I
I'm not
didn't think
shocked
anybody
in the
else
ass.
would. I thought I had to get that off my chest. It happens. And I'm like, I don't know where this comes from, but I don't like
How
it.
often?
I won't exaggerate.
Like an electric shock?
Yeah.
Okay, how often? Sorry.
Feels like it's just going up. I'm clenching it like stop it, but it doesn't. We'll say a few times a month.
Oh. That sounds like a medical thing. That sounds like you need to talk to a doctor.
Yeah, how often are you wiping your ass, kid? Are you getting it clean down there?
I have somebody else do it for me, but they say I do a good job, so guess I gotta fire them.
That's what they say, yeah.
All right,
I
well,
trust them.
as long as we're getting things off our chest in the show, the only things I've been playing are Infinite as normal, and then I started based off of Derek's recommendation, a short hike.
Is it your type of game?
I'm not gonna say no, but it's not catching me like right away. I was hoping that you said that I was so confident that right when I started, I'd be like, "Holy shit!"
Oh no, it's a stupid little hour and a half game. It's just cute.
Yeah, I didn't mean holy shit like in game of the year or anything. Just holy shit like this is my thing. And I don't know. Not that it's massive or anything. I just didn't expect to be like an exploration of the island and like trying to find your way up. I thought it was gonna be like a short narrative thing.
Oh, did I not explain that well? Yeah, it's literally you have to go around and find friends, and you unlock more of the story the more friends you find.
You might have. I feel like when I heard it, I just kind of pictured like a linear thing, but that doesn't mean it's necessarily bad. And there are some charming things about it, so I'll try and stick with it. I know you said it's not very long, anyways.
Hour and a half tops.
But you know how I play games too, so I feel like I'm making it take longer by like, oh man, I missed this part, and then I go over and.
Yeah.
What were your achievements when you finished? You know?
I have 2 achievements.
I'm gonna say I don't want to just play just for that, and I'm not gonna not play it because of that. But I was just wondering if I'm missing.
But the other achievements are super easy. Like once you finish it, you can go do everything again.
Oh, okay.
Not again, but the game you go to sleep at the end, like you take a nap,
Mhm.
and then you just wake up again, and then you just do everything that you didn't do before.
Okay. Well, I don't plan on not playing it again, so I'll keep you updated on here. But that's all I've been playing, and we'll go to our special segment. How was Castle Rock, Derek?
I have 3 achievements.
It's Castle Rock?
Yeah, I have 3 achievements in a short hike. We'll talk about it later.
Okay. Cody, you've already talked about what you watched. Derek, you watch anything?
No, I've been doodling. That's what I've been doing.
Doodling?
Oh shit!
I used to draw a lot, and
Can you show us some?
I say, you know you're gonna show something.
oh god,
Show and tell,
Show
embarrassed.
Cock and balls.
dude. I can't draw what the fuck.
Oh, Cody
All
knows
right,
I
well,
can't either.
I used to draw a lot. So this is one thing I've been working on. Little Scooby Doo.
It's terrible.
Oh, shit, dude.
I could never.
Well,
even close
Scooby-Doo.
that.
That looks fucking great.
Yeah.
And then another recent one I did. Little SpongeBob.
Yeah, no, it's really good.
Nice, nice.
And I just
How do
started.
how do you feel about all these SpongeBob raps?
Oh, I don't know. Like the AI stuff.
Yeah.
I heard a SpongeBob metal AI song. It was fucking hilarious.
Well, I don't know if this one's AI or what it is, but this this one guy's actually made like a whole genre, and he's like made a career off SpongeBob raps.
Oh, I have heard these. I
And
think some of
they're,
them are really funny. Some of them are very annoying.
Glorb. His name is Glorb.
Lord, I don't know if I've heard that one.
Oh, so we'll have to watch them later. We'll have to watch them. We can watch them in the podcast.
We could. That's something. I got another one I'm working on. You probably can't see it, but it's the bat who laughs.
Oh, the Joker.
Yeah.
That's fucking
And
sick.
he's got another guy by the mouth here, but I just started that one, so I gotta keep going on it. But so that's what I've been doing. I've been watching. I've been coming down here, not really playing a lot of games. Just been doodling.
Let's start a doodle cast.
I want to get back into
next
it.
Bob Ross.
I just sit here for hours.
Do you?
That's a really good movie.
What's that?
The Joker. That
Oh.
I just know the graphic novel or whatever it is. I've never. Isn't it based off of a?
The graphic novel, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's the only way I know it by.
You know, it's pretty
I
good.
think that's like the best live action. Or maybe I'm thinking the Killing Joke. I think I'm getting that mixed up with the Killing Joke.
Killing Joke
yeah,
for
that's
sure.
what I was thinking of.
Oh, that's such a really good one.
When it's so live action, I was like, wait. But no, that's what I was thinking of too. Do you
I got that one.
You do anything original, Derek?
I've been thinking about starting it, but I'm like just getting back into it, so I'm just like working on other stuff. You know what I mean? Like just trying to get the flow of like what does this feel like again?
Yeah.
So
I gotcha. So
Can you
just
draw
doodling?
Casey getting a little shock up his ass?
I could. I definitely
Animation of that.
It's his superpower. You shoot lightning bolts out of your ass.
like charges like
Can you
his
do like the what do you call it, a little flip book, so you can see me like tighten up?
Oh,
yeah,
I
you can
could.
see
I
the
could just
shot
make.
going in.
They just turn this whole thing into one.
Yeah, draw over SpongeBob.
SpongeBob one fucking ever.
The only things that I've been watching, I finished Twisted Metal. I know I talked about watching it last time on here, without spoiling it. It's entertaining, Cody. I'm curious how you'll feel about it because I can see you hating it. I think you'll like aspects of it, but like I said, I definitely don't think you'll like the CGI because it was noticeable for me. There's a little bit of PC stuff in there, not too bad, but there's also just weird decisions, I think. But it's an enjoyable, fun thing for what it is. Not highest quality as The Last of Us or some of the stuff they've been doing, but being on Peacock and kind of shit out by Sony as far as marketing and everything, I was surprised how entertaining it was. And I guess shouldn't be surprised. I'm surprised because it was on Peacock and shit out, but also before it came out, I told you I thought it would be good for what it was. I thought it'd be a fun show. So it lived up to that for me. Not enough car combat. Like I said, this is non-spoiler stuff. The two main characters, way too much of them doing the stupid thing where they hate each other, they love each other, they hate each other. Like, okay, we get it. And the girl's just a massive cunt. And but it's a fun show. And then I'm rewatching I Think You Should Leave. Probably the best sketch show I've seen since show me and Derek used to watch all the time, called Human Giant. Right, Derek?
Yep. I've watched a little. I Think You Should Leave.
Didn't you hate the Human Giant though?
Yeah, for sure.
That's what I thought. Yeah, I fucking love that show. I'm not the biggest fan of sketch shows. I like Chappelle Show. I loved Human Giant. I like this. Do you like I Think You Should Leave, Derek?
Yeah.
Oh,
do.
wow. All right. I would have thought you would hate it. So, any skits stick out for you?
Oh God. Not off the top of my head. I've seen a lot of them like in bits,
I got
but
you.
then I started watching the show. But I've seen all the popular ones, and I think they're really funny. So
All the what?
all the popular ones that are like
okay.
circulating the internet. The hot dog one in The Office made me laugh really hard.
That's good. The reason I'm rewatching it, me and Daniel watched all three seasons pretty fast. There's only 3 seasons, but they're like, I think no more than 10 episodes, and they're like 15 minutes, so it's really like one season of something. So we blew through it, so that's why I'm rewatching it, because these skits are so good that I talked about them. I'm like, they all ran together for me, and I don't even remember these skits, so rewatching it. And it's like most sketch shows. There's definitely some duds in there. So you gotta, if you're not gonna like the comedy, it's pretty samey comedy. So if you like it, you'll either like it or love it or hate it, I should say. But there are some duds in there, even if you do like it. But I think when it hits real good. But that's all I've been watching. And have you been reading or listening to any books, Derek? I know Cody said he hasn't.
Yeah, I think I talked about it last time. I mean, I said I was going to start it. I don't remember. It's a book called Hide, where a bunch of kids, a bunch of people go to this amusement park and have to survive the night being hunted the whole time. So, just got my hands on that.
Is it like horror or is this like?
Yeah.
Sounds like
It's the spooky season.
that. Well, we need to talk about that for a second. I mentioned that today when I saw people decorating for Halloween. I don't have people decorating for Halloween so early, but I know people get real butthurt when I say the day after Halloween, it's Christmas time, and you start decorating for that. But yet people are totally on board, it seems, with decorating and celebrating Halloween the day turns September 1st, which is farther away from Halloween than after Halloween to Christmas.
It's like a month, right? It's a month difference,
Mm-hmm.
and then starting the day after Halloween is
almost 2 months.
Almost 2 months, and you're skipping a holiday. That's what feels
we'll
different.
Get to that in a second.
You're skipping Thanksgiving because I'm all about starting Christmas stuff in November. I'm all about it.
It is, I guess, not
Me too.
more, but it is about the same because you got all of September and then all of October because it's right at the end.
Yeah, but you're not skipping a holiday. You know what I mean?
Well, I said we'll get to that, but as far as time, it is about the same. Yeah, I guess not longer. But
I feel like
about
the same people that bitch about that, they're like, "Why the hell is Halloween candy in here in August?"
Yeah, those are the same people for sure.
I'm seeing
just trying to
everybody
get a
putting up
good
their
deal.
Halloween stuff, and I'm okay with it. I just feel like some of these people are the same people I see saying it's about Christmas, but
no, it's next Halloween's next month. It makes sense to start decorating to me. Just like
take a poll. See someone do that, ask them.
Okay.
Just like right after Halloween, it makes sense to start doing your fall Thanksgiving stuff. And the day after Thanksgiving, if the Christmas tree ain't up, then what are you doing?
After Halloween.
See, no, that's crazy to me.
That's the same time period, though.
It's not about the time period. You're skipping a major holiday.
But we're not skipping it. I mean,
also, we're talking to the guy that celebrates the halfway point to Christmas.
Yeah, you are different. You are weird.
But also, when I say that, people are like, I ask how they celebrate Thanksgiving, and there's one Thanksgiving movie, no Thanksgiving songs, and one Thanksgiving movie. I mean, what are we?
That doesn't make it not a holiday just because there's not.
But what are we skipping over?
One of the better holidays.
But we're not. You still. That's what I'm saying. The main things you eat, which you can still do if you have your Christmas decorations up. You watch football, which you can still do if you have your Christmas decorations up. And you watch Charlie Brown.
Yeah, you can do those things, but you're just skipping a holiday.
How are you skipping it though?
You're starting to celebrate a holiday. You're not going to agree with me. It's fine. It's fine. You like Christmas so much that you're blinded to this. It's okay. Just be blind.
You're like a terrorist for Christmas.
Yeah, it's okay.
We want to decorating for Halloween. You're just like fucking ambushing them.
Yeah, you want to do Christmas now. It's okay. We'll never.
I love Halloween. I don't want to skip over that, but for Halloween,
and I love Thanksgiving.
I do too. But for Halloween, put up a ton of decorations. We call it spooky season. We watch movies. For Thanksgiving, we eat dinner and we watch football or maybe Charlie Brown. And if you're cool, planes, trains, and automobiles. And that's about the extent of Thanksgiving.
See, Thanksgiving to me is like celebrating fall. So I'm like watching, or not even watching, but I'm like putting up fall stuff and like getting ready for the change of season and celebrating that also.
Yeah, because I feel like our Thanksgiving and Halloween shit are in the same box. When one goes up, the other one goes up kind of at the same time. So I see where Casey's coming from. You can celebrate everything at once. But Casey, I think you're just out on these hills.
Yeah, and it's a hill you won't get off of.
People are decorating Halloween. You're like, one time last year you had said...
Did you have your Christmas tree up all year last year?
No.
And then you celebrated, I think, at the halfway point, didn't you? Or was that the year before?
Was it the year before? You already had it up from Christmas to July?
Well, yeah, that's because it got messed up, though. That's not how we normally do it.
I'm just saying. It's the wrong guy to be talking to, you know what I mean?
Well, I thought I brought up a valid point there. That wasn't normal, and that's not how we do it. But I think we can all agree that...
It says some crazy shit. But
anyways,
I think we can all agree.
Starts on September 1st. Sure, we can agree on that. So, same time period, then Christmas starts the day after Halloween. And
not what we're agreeing
on.
Because I think Halloween starts in October, but I'm cool to start talking about it in September. But again, fall, Halloween, fall, Thanksgiving are kind of like that's just a cloud to me. Because Christmas is in the winter. That's like a whole thing. You know what I mean? I don't want to start celebrating that when it's 70 degrees outside.
When's the first day of... But isn't the first day of winter something stupid, like the end of December or start of January?
In January or something.
Yeah.
There's snow on the ground.
Are already fucked up.
They are.
I thought it was like It's like December 14th or something.
I don't know. It's
don't
way
think
later
so.
than you would think.
Oh.
It's way later than you think it would be.
December 21st.
Yeah,
So
so
you're
right
listening to
before,
December.
you can celebrate Christmas for 4 days.
You got it. But with that logic, you could celebrate it until April.
Let's do it.
So
Um,
like my Halloween stuff won't be up until next month. But that's just me. And then October, after the 31st, it'll be Thanksgiving stuff. And after that, it'll be just a butt ton of Christmas stuff.
For me, it's like today, we went out and looked at like Spirit Halloween and stuff. There's my cat. And then you start the little festivities after what's the holiday today? Fucking Memorial
Labor Day.
Yeah.
Labor Day.
oh,
I
Labor
always get
Day,
those two
yeah.
mixed
It's
up.
probably wrong thing, too.
So I feel like Labor Day is like when I start looking at Halloween shit.
I start getting
Renee,
my body ready for Halloween. Yeah.
Renee started putting her fall shit and Halloween shit up today. All our most of our Halloween stuff went up today.
I base it all off outside. If it's gonna be 95, there ain't a fucking thing of
I agree.
Halloween going up. You know what I mean?
I
was just
agree.
about
My
to ask you
mindset
that.
ain't swapping until like
I
late.
put a
late
surfboard
September.
up. Yeah.
So are you going to be able to
But I'm
resist with the 70-degree weather coming up?
No, I don't know. I mean, it's not hard to resist when I just don't do it. It's not really resisting putting things up. It's like a chore to put them up. So it's not really hard to resist.
He's a militant Christmas person.
Yeah,
I'm down for
it's a
all of it.
literal chore. Oh, I love it all.
Me too.
Yeah, it's just a literal chore to do it all.
Hey, all I'm saying is just because you like one more than the other doesn't mean you can't like them all. I love Halloween.
I don't think anyone said that was the case. I think we all love them all.
All right. Then we're
It's
in
just when
agreement.
I'm in June and July, stores start. That's where I have issues when they start putting shit out. Then, and August is when Spirit starts opening up. I'm like, damn.
I have to find their employees and shit. That one at least makes sense because they're not open until this month, right? Until today.
No, their first one opened up like I think it's like early August.
Oh, the one
They
I
always
went
make
to was
a-
still
make-
closed literally yesterday.
The first one I
First.
saw today was Halloween City and it was closed.
Yeah.
Spirit opening. So they have the original Spirit opens up. It's like a big deal. July 29th, the first Spirit opens.
Okay.
So
Here?
that's where no, that's like their grand opening celebration, whatever they call it. They do like big numbers and YouTubers and shit go out there. That's where I'm like, dude, get the fuck out of here. Like we can start talking about Halloween September 1st. We get serious about it, about the 4th through the 5th. But I'm not putting on podcasts and doing spooky shit until like late September when it gets starting to get a little cooler out.
Yeah, I hear you.
I need a hoodie on to be excited about Halloween.
But then I feel like Halloween and Thanksgiving kind of run together, and then Thanksgiving and Christmas run together for me.
I do not feel that. Halloween is a very, very much its own thing. Thanksgiving for us is its own thing, very much so. And then
So you like take down Halloween shit, and then you put out your fall shit.
fall shit, and then we take that down. We put out spooky shit.
Oh, see, that's
There's like some
all
fall
goes up.
stuff we'll leave out.
I say that's even more surprising to me because I feel like Halloween is kind of just fall stuff. That's why I would get if you left it up.
There's some fall, but like we got like turkeys and shit. You know what I mean? Like we're not gonna leave turkeys out. You know what I mean? So
You could just like
Well,
put
I
a
think
little
you're
blood
getting
on
mixed
them.
up. What do you like? You put the turkey.
oh
shit
well,
after?
yeah, I'll put the turkeys up, but like I'll take those down for Christmas. But like
Oh.
you know what I mean? But I have like separate Thanksgiving things. I'm not gonna leave like ghosts in my yard for Thanksgiving. Like we have inflatable ghost. You know what I mean? Like I'm not gonna leave those things out for Thanksgiving because they aren't anywhere near the same thing.
Oh no, I got you. Yeah, our Halloween shit comes down.
Where was the?
After-
So I'm confused with the.
So the autumn stuff, our autumn stuff. This is so crazy. Casey, who the fuck you've caused with your fake argument?
Sounds like we're in agreement.
So, like today, autumn and Halloween stuff went up. Both
Okay,
moved
that's
up
crazy to
together.
me. Yeah.
Halloween, 31st.
Yeah.
Skeletons, aliens, my aliens, all that shit comes down.
Okay.
Autumn
So
stuff
aliens are out
stays
now.
Mhm.
Aliens, spookies are out now
With the autumn stuff.
They've been here
with
all
the
along.
turkeys.
Yep. And then on the 31st, Halloween stuff goes back in the box. That stuff stays out till Thanksgiving Day. Black Friday, the tree and Christmas tree stuff go up.
Okay. Okay.
That's not
That's
even
your
like
thing,
a.
yeah.
That's not even like a written in stone.
Written in a gravestone.
That's
Oh,
yeah, we have different boxes. That's what I'm saying. We have different boxes.
Yeah, you
it's
do,
all
buddy.
mixed together.
This book you're talking about, this Hyde book, I was
Mhm.
gonna say it sounds interesting. I might listen to it because I won't read it, but I might listen to it. I was
Just give me
gonna
1
say,
second before you keep talking about it. Give me 1 second. Just give me 1 second.
oh boy, I feel like we're going back to this conversation.
That other's run off to go take a shit or something.
I feel like he would have given more of a notice, but what should we talk about while he's gone?
I really want to get an ally. I'm looking at him here, and I'm really considering it because I've been wanting an emulation handheld.
Oh, there it is.
Get the ally. Get the ally. If you're gonna do it, I'm not kidding.
No, that's for sure. That is numero uno one that I would get because I've been
And
wanting
then
the
the
emulation
Portal.
handheld.
Just get a portal, dude.
See, I forgot even what that was. I just stopped and I was like, Portal?
You got a cool map. Got a cool map.
Yeah, I'm
All right,
interested
where's
in
the
this.
synopsis on this stupid thing?
I was gonna say though, I might listen to it, but it sounds like a better movie. But then I realized
It
that
does sound like a
a
good
movie called Hellfest is pretty much this.
Have you
I
seen
love-
Hellfest?
Yeah, I love it. It's definitely very campy and
Say I liked
old
it.
school horror.
I liked
but
it a lot.
I know a lot of people hate it because they thought it was cheesy, but I don't feel like people remember that's what horror used to be. But yeah, no, I loved it.
I feel like that's the one you told me to watch, Casey, isn't it?
Yeah, I think
I liked
so.
it too. The challenge: spend a week hiding in an abandoned amusement park and don't get caught. The prize: enough money to change everything. Even though everyone is desperate to win, to seize a dream future or escape a haunting past, Mac is sure he can beat her competitors. All she has to do is hide. She's an expert at that. It's the reason she's alive and her family isn't.
Oh no. Hope this isn't too cheesy on audiobook.
Oh god, yeah, audiobook might be weird, but my sister read it and she's like a book connoisseur. And she says it's fucking, it grabs you by the balls by the second, doesn't really let go.
Yeah, I can see them being real over the top about her surviving the way you just did it. But if they do it right, they could totally add some like creepy carnival music in there and sound effects and make it even cooler.
As the people around her begin disappearing one by one, Mac realizes that the competition is even more sinister than she imagined, and that together might be the only way to survive. 14 competitors, 7 days, everywhere to hide, nowhere to run.
Oh damn! All right.
A high stakes hide and seek competition turns deadly in a dark supernatural thriller. Hide.
Supernatural. I was kind of hoping for just a psycho killing people, but the men won't give it a chance. I'm usually more into the like the practical horror than that. Whatever you want to call them. I don't know how you want to divide them up.
Yeah. Claustrophobic thriller. The fuck does that mean? Haunting, startling, unrelenting. Equal parts hell ride thriller. And what? And sinister child's game. Set in a nightmare amusement park. This book will live in your head rent free.
Oh damn! All right. I've been.
Should I just read the whole thing right now?
That'll be the outro. Read the last bit. Just spoil the entire book.
That was just,
You've been reading or listening to anything else besides that? I'm guessing not. Probably since you're actually reading book, probably sticking to that.
that's it.
All right. I've been. I finished The Fourth Wing, that book I was talking about. That seems like it's definitely trying to be the next Harry Potter, Hunger Games, Twilight, whatever. It was interesting. Definitely more girly, kind of like some of those movies. Not that I have an issue. I love Hunger Games. I even like Twilight. You know that. I love Harry Potter. But this seems like it's written by a girl, and it seems like it's definitely a girl angle, especially when she's talking about the sex scenes. I told you, they're real over the top, seem very guy oriented, and I can't decide if they're really turning me on or really cringy. And I feel like in film or TV, however they end up doing this, it could either be some of the hottest shit in the world or some of the cringiest things in the entire world, depending on how they do it, especially the actors they get. If they get like the real cheesy actors, I'm like, man, this could be a disaster on top of the CG dragons, however they do this. but it wasn't terrible. It was 21 hours of audiobook, so it was quite a bit. But I finished that, and I started The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, which is a terrible name, but the Hunger Games prequel. Because I saw the Hunger Games, but after I saw the movies before I read the books, I want to do this one in reverse and see if I feel different. I feel like, especially getting these longer audiobooks that are like 21 hours long, I'm even more on the side of thinking it's real weird when people get upset that the movies don't have stuff the books have, when these books, if you read them out loud, are 21 hours long, and even a long movie is 3 hours, and if you do 2 parts, it's 6 hours, so still less than half of the amount of a book. I get if people are upset about like key points being left out or something, but if you really want that translated to a movie, then I don't think you really like movies. But
I get upset based on some things because I feel like 80% of a book is describing a scene, and you can do that with just a camera.
Oh shit! You want to show it?
Has a gray as fuck hair, dude.
No, I don't disagree with that. Yeah, I think naturally a lot of it is kicked out because you're seeing it, you don't have to describe it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I get major points. They're like, man, they should have included that. But if you
or
really
just completely changing shit pisses me off too.
Yeah. But I mean, if people really want a description of his hard cock rubbing against her clit, I'm like, I don't.
Fuck?
Yeah, I thought it could be a hard cut there, but I didn't even exaggerate badly.
Yeah.
No, I was like stretching.
No, I was getting too excited. Yeah, the electric ass shock.
Hard cock up a clit. That's why I'm reading a book.
Yeah, it's usually I don't really worry about like who's around when I'm listening to books because they're not usually talking like that. And I was like double checking. Jesus Christ, what is going on here? I feel like I'm did like a porn description, had Siri read it off. But that's all.
I've done that before.
That's all I've had book wise. Anybody have any fake outrage? We didn't ask this last week. We can bring back.
Nah, I forgot all about that.
I did too. Yeah. I didn't even have in the last
still
one.
Still not fully sure how it works, so. Oh, no, I don't have any.
Well, I'm going to have one ready next time I'm on then, just for that.
Is it like the people that are freaking out over pronouns in Starfield? Is that fake outrage?
I don't know if I've seen that, so I can't say. Potentially?
It sounds like one, yeah.
Okay.
So if you want to give us a rant about that, feel free.
Oh, a rant about the people that are doing it, or a rant about pronouns? I feel like one might be a little divisive.
I'll let you pick.
I don't think I would. I wouldn't pick either.
Sounds like a good
I
pick.
play Kibble the Guy on Guy ranting. It's super funny.
Anything else you guys want to talk about? Because I think that's it.
No.
I'm good.
All right. Well, I guess that's the end of this. As always, you can send any corrections, questions, or feedback to currentbackloggers@gmail.com and vote in the poll. Go Christmas.
Oh, the poll.
Welcome to
I knew it.
Jesus Christ.
I wasn't gonna say anything just in case.
What's up, Cody?
You ambushed me there with that.